Hi everyone, Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor. Tonight is Monday night. We are live on Bowdabra, which happens every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Alex, my sister, is behind the camera, so as you come in, be sure to say hi to her. And we have a really cool kind of setup tonight. So there's not a lot of ribbons, there's no wreath. We're going to be creating tree toppers. It's something that you guys have been asking about for a really long time, and I thought we would accomplish that. So again, as you come in, be sure to say hi to Alex, and we're going to use both of our Bowdabras.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining. So we have both sizes today.
I'm excited. So we're going to be using some of our ribbon, and we also have a ribbon that came from Morex, which partners with Bowdabra. You guys can order through their links down below. I think Terry is back officially, so as you guys come in, be sure to say hi to Terry as well. And I'm really excited to create this tree topper. So the ribbon I'm choosing for the tree topper is going to be the velvet. I think the velvet is the perfect ribbon for a tree topper, and just bows in general. This is a ribbon that I use more than any other ribbon at this time of year. Reason being is it's so sturdy and it just screams Christmas to me. Hi Joe, nice to see you. So we're gonna let's start without our tree topper. We'll save that for a few minutes in, but we're gonna use our large Bowdabra. This is what it looks like. We also have the mini here, which only gets used during these lives, so I can show you guys how to use it. We create rather large bows for our wreaths and swags and arrangements. And this is great for smaller detailed bows, let's say like hair bows. This is great for like little bows for wine bottles and stuff and presents. Whereas this big, large Bowdabra is definitely more suitable for your larger scale design. So we're going to use our 100-yard spool of wire. This comes in gold and it comes in silver. And as you guys come in tonight, hi Nick, from Orlando, yeah, for Tree Topper. Welcome Pamela. Hey Sherry. But I think Bowdabra is giving away another roll of ribbon tonight. Bowdabra can let me know down below. But if so, all you have to do is just let us know. So we're going to take our wire. I cut about a 20-inch piece on either side, folded it in half, and just placing it in the slit right in the middle of the Bowdabra.
Hi Cindy, hi Marla, Gloria.
Hi Tracy, welcome everyone. So let's start with this ribbon. This one is a ribbon we have in stock. It's a red and white snowflake. We have these in a few different colors, but I really like the red one because red and white is such a whimsical color palette. Red and white can be elegant, but to me it's more whimsical, and I think it's really cute when you use that in such a way. So we're going to create just a typical bow tie with this one.
Joe says the mini is also great to make ornaments and ornament bows.
Great point, Joe. Definitely show us some pictures too, you guys. If you ever use your Bowdabra or create anything in general, be sure to share them with us. You can share them with Bowdabra on Bowdabra's fan gallery group, and you can share them with us at the Nick's Seasonal Decor crafting community.
Pamela would love to win some ribbon.
Yeah, let us know. Both are free groups. So what you can do too is I just want to show you guys the different possibilities. I would love to win some ribbon. Awesome. You can either create it outside of your hand, outside of the Bowdabra like so, and then use your Bowdabra as a third hand like that. Or what you can do too, which we typically do, but just to show you guys another idea, is to take it, flip it over inside of your Bowdabra, and then create your next loop. So it's really whatever's easiest for you. With the Bowdabra and with any tool in your shop, you guys, or your design studio, you always want to kind of make it work for yourself. So we all kind of have our own little quirks when using tools. And, it might be easier for you to make it outside and then use the Bowdabra to hold it together. It might be easier to do what I'm doing here. Really just depends.
Hi, Brenda.
Hey, Brenda. Love to have some ribbon, says Linda. We'll place it inside like so. And then all we have to do is just take those wires from either side. Hi, Liz. I hope you're doing well. Pull those wires to the middle and just create a slip knot. So it's tied off somewhat, but it's not secured permanently. So to do that, we just take our wires and, I'm going to say this word, but I know I'm going to mess it up, simultaneously. Oh, that's right.
That was good,
Alex is like, wow. Take it and I pull it at the same time as I'm flipping it over so that it's nice and tight. And then I tie it 3 or 4 times from the back. And that's what really keeps it secure. Hey, Kim. Love me some ribbon. Yes. So we'll tie it like that. And then all we have to do is just dovetail it. So we have a little bit of ribbon left over from this roll. This is a leftover roll from a kit we put together, and we're going to create, we already created 2 bows out of it, one being in the kit, one being right now. We're going to be able to create a 3rd bow. So a 10-yard spool of ribbon does really last a long time, especially if you're not creating massive bows. But the velvet, we're using 50-yard spools tonight because it does require a lot of ribbon. So I dovetailed. We worked in 2 loops up top, 2 loops down below, and then our infamous button loop right down the middle.
I love this ribbon. It's so pretty.
It is so pretty, right? So let's come back to our mini Bowdabra and finish off that roll, because I don't like any ribbon to go to waste. Of course, if you only have an inch or 2, you're not going to use it. But if you have, a foot and a half or so, by all means, put it to use. Why waste it?
Cecile says, love my Bowdabra.
Awesome, Cecile. Thank you for letting us know. And for those of you that enjoy watching me here, definitely let me know. That's probably the biggest tip you guys can give us. Likes, shares, and all of that good stuff is appreciated. But when you guys just take the time to let us know that you enjoy them, it really does mean a whole lot to me. So we're going to take another, let's just see what we, actually, you know what we can do? We tried this last week. We just took it, kind of like the poinsettia. We'll just cut another. We'll see how many we can cut that are similar sized. I think probably 3 or 4.
Marianne says, hi, Nick.
Hi, Marianne.
Hi, Nancy.
How's everyone doing tonight? It's another one. And this one, oh my gosh, did that line up perfectly? It did. That's crazy. That has never happened to me before. We'll dovetail these real quick while we're at it. Hi, Carol. Nice to see you. So, Karen, you can order through our affiliate link down below. So we do not carry the Bowdabra products, but we do have a link where you guys can purchase them from. So Bowdabra will share the link down below. It's in the comments section. And all you have to do is purchase from there. So this ribbon did come from our shop, but the wire you can get down below.
Aurelia says, I love making bows with my Bowdabra.
Right.
Pierrette says, I look forward to the lives.
Thank you. Cut it here. Let's see what this turns out like. I know we've created a poinsettia in the past. Sandy sent me a link one day and she's like, you better watch this. That's what she said to me. She's like, this is so cool. And I watched it and I did think it was so cool. Just as cute little gifts or projects for kids, you can have all of, I wouldn't have them cut such a little piece of ribbon, but you could have all of these pre-cut with a bunch of mini Bowdabras and have them make their own little poinsettias or little ornaments or decorations. Then we're going to just take that wire to the middle, tighten it, take those wires, pull them to the back, and tie off. It's as simple as that. You could have actually started with 3 green ribbons and created a poinsettia. We showed you guys how to do that last year, and we can show you guys at some point. I have a large Bowdabra, but not a small one. So this is a use for a small one. So the large is, if you just want to use the large for reeds and stuff, you don't have to get the mini, but if you want to try other things, you definitely can. I don't wear hair bows personally, but I know when Alex was on a cheering team, somebody used to have to make them, unless you guys bought them, but somebody out there made them. So, you can collect orders that way or give them away. That's cool.
So cute.
What do you think of that, you guys? Doesn't that turn out cute? Did you just get that shirt? So, I've had this shirt for a while. We actually have them on our website, don't we, Al?
We do.
Alex created a bunch of different styles. This is our new logo. Well, not new. We've had it for a while, but Alex created a bunch of sweatshirts. She's working on hats and stuff and all of that good stuff. But it's time to switch over. Let's make... we're going to deal with glitter now. I don't want to deal with glitter, because we do have another live after this. We have date night in the wreath community, which, by the way, you guys, when does the wreath community close out?
Tonight.
So if you've been on the fence to perfect your wreath making and you're looking to join an educational group, our group closes tonight. The next time we open won't be till the end of April, early May. So, it's kind of your last shot before, basically summer. Summer's right around the corner. All right, so what we're going to do for this, I want to do a funky bow with this. This is kind of a weird ribbon. This one came from Hobby Lobby a number of years back, and I've never worked with it. Love your videos. Thank you, Pearl. I've never worked with it before, probably because it's so stinking glittery, but we're going to work with it tonight because it is a cool ribbon. It's got the blue, kind of indigo blue on the back.
And guys, you can find more about the wreath community at wreathcommunity.com.
Yes. So we worked in our wire or nixseasonaldecor.com. Either one takes you to the same destination. But all I'm doing is I'm creating one loop. The loop's only about 2.5 inches or so. And then 2 tails on either side of it. It's as simple as that. Hi, Josie. How do I sign up for the wreath community? Yes, you can sign up at nixseasonaldecor.com. We look forward to having you.
Pierrette says, I love glitter.
Oh, Pierrette, are you kidding?
Kim says, yes, love the little bow.
Yeah, that one turned out really cute. Isn't that cool?
So cute.
Suzanne says, hi, Nick. Love watching you make bows. Thank you, Suzanne. Ooh, is my mic even on? Is that better, you guys? Can you hear me better now? This one I turned it on. I don't know what the blinking means. Sometimes it blinks forcefully, and then sometimes it's a casual blink. But hopefully you can hear me better. Hi, Alice. Good evening to you as well. Carol would love to win. Let's work on a couple more of these. All right. Take this one. Place it here. So how was everybody's Thanksgiving? Today is the last Monday. You guys will see me here on Bowdabra. Yes, the mic is working. Because next Monday is December. Isn't that crazy? It's already December. And then we have 2020. What year is it going to be? 2023?
2022.
2022? Yeah, 2022. Yes. Crazy how it's right around the corner. Kind of sad how fast this year flew by, but we've all been so crazy busy, right? I mean, think of how many crazy things we've done this year. We got a warehouse. We started selling supplies. Alex has joined the team full time. She left Louis Vuitton, and now she's with us. Sometimes you just need a breather, and you're like, what has happened, and how did it happen so quick? Thank you, Brenda, for sharing from Alberta, Canada.
Hi, Cindy.
That. Hi, Cindy. So we'll just tie it off. Yes, our Thanksgiving was great as well. Very restful. We didn't do anything. Well, we did pack a few orders, but nothing crazy. It was at night after we ate, so it was okay. So we'll just dovetail this real quick. I am going to be covered in glitter. But after, like I said, we're going to do date night. And look what I have behind me. That's what we're going to be working with. An owl. Isn't that kind of cool? When I got it, me and Alex got it, I was sitting in the passenger seat with it, and I was like petting it like it was a pet. And Alex did not appreciate it.
It was a little scary.
All right, almost there. Couple more dovetails.
Hi, Ruth.
Hey, Ruth. Nice to see you. Okay, it shouldn't be having any issues. But let me know if you still have any problems. But it should be working.
Carol says, I bet Yaya cooked a lot. She did.
She didn't go overboard, though.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing.
But she loves cooking.
She does love cooking. And we asked this on my page the other day. How many of you guys want to see Yaya's cooking videos and her recipes? You know, I said this, Yaya has been cooking for many years. Yaya's turning the big 80 next May. And she's been cooking, all of her life. And she has some recipes that she took when she came from Greece, some real authentic recipes that have been passed down. And she would love to share those with you guys. I never understood how people were like, oh, it's a family secret or whatever, because why not share it with people? If it's great food, share it.
Alice says, please share her recipes.
Yeah.
Susan says, I'd never get tired of watching Nick make bows. I love it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Yaya's a good cook. I mean, just look at all of us.
Hi, Dee.
Hi, Dee. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well, Dee. All right, there's this bow. And as always, we'll fluff it out better and send Bowdabra the pictures, and they'll share them on their social media. But that's kind of a unique ribbon, right? Mm-hmm. Something different. Josie loves Greek lasagna. Ooh, it's very good. All right. Should we do the tree topper? What time is it? 15 minutes. Okay, that's not moving at all. Did you not see that?
Yeah.
So for the tree topper, I do things a little bit different. We're going to be working in a lot of ribbon, a lot of heavy ribbon to be specific, and it's going to be secured to a tree. So since it's going to be secured to a tree, we got to make sure that it stays in place. So I actually take a piece of wire, pipe cleaner and I twist it secure. Love the bows. I'm ordering one. I've never used a bow maker before. Awesome. Yes, you can order through our affiliate link down below. I'll take that wire. I'm just going to place it into the Bowdabra. Like that. You could use the wire, but I think a pipe cleaner would be easier to secure into a tree. You know, that way you can just either poke it in or do it however you would like. So should we work some long tails in at this point, or should we wait till the end? I'm trying to decide, because they are kind of cumbersome. So let's start with the tree topper, the bow part. You can add your tails however long you want, though. So place your ribbon in. Always leave about a half an inch of an overhang at least. Then what we can do is we can come back in, create a big loop.
Minnie says, I love watching Nick's live or replays, especially if he's making bows and wreaths.
Oh, thank you. Okay, come back in with this one. So look at how big this bow is going to be, you guys. Very, very big and very full. So we want to make sure, you guys often hear me talk about working in less loops. That is not going to pertain to today's case, because if you work in too little loops, you won't get the effect that we're trying to go for, which is a tree topper. Tree toppers should be big, they should be bold, and they should be beautiful, right? They should be big and full, so you got to make sure you add enough. Come back in with more. The more loops you have, the more full it's going to be.
Tammy says, I love bows with long tails. I love Nick's creations.
Oh, thank you, Tammy.
Pamela asked if that's non-wired.
This is wired. So we have 1.5 inch wired. We have 2.5 inch. We have 4 inch. And we have them both in red. And we have them in red velvet with gold edge, which I think is Alex's favorite, right?
Yeah.
Like the gold edge. It's very pretty with the gold
We
edge.
also have a tinsel in silver, too. Tinsel silver edge.
And then we have the black snowflake velvet as well. I think that's it. I don't know. So work in a few more loops. As you can tell, I am not making sure that they are perfectly even, because when it comes time to fluff this, you can make them look as though they're even. So if you're an inch or two off, it's not going to be that noticeable in the end. You have my word.
Bob says, had to make 20 bows for a local tree farm. Was fretting, but thanks to Bowdabra, it worked out.
Awesome, Bob. And Bob's order went out today, too. So thank you for the order, Bob. So we're up to like 6 or 7 loops on either side. And I want to at least do like, I don't know, 10, 15. This is a 50-yard spool. We do have them in 10 yards, but 50 yards is something that I'd recommend. You're not going to be able to create, you'd already ran out of 10 yards by now if this was just a regular spool of ribbon. So you definitely need 50 yards to make sure you have enough. And if you're adding super long tails or a bunch of super long tails, you're going to want even more so.
Josie says, great idea about the pipe cleaners. You are a great teacher.
Thank you, Josie. So when I first started using, actually up until 2 years ago or so, I only used pipe cleaners. I didn't know Bowdabra had the wire. And then Sandy sent me a few rolls of it, and then we've been using it ever since. But for something like this, like I said, you want something that you can poke into the tree and easily, wrap around.
Pamela asked, how do you determine the size to make the tree topper?
Great question, and there's so many variables. That's why that question is so hard to answer, because if it's a slim tree or a pencil tree, you're not going to want a bow nearly as big. So even if this was like a 9-foot pencil tree, this bow would be sticking out a good distance past the tree. So something of this size and scale, I'd say, is perfect for a 9-foot tree. Just make sure it's not a super thin or pencil tree, and if it is, maybe something that's a few inches shorter.
Kim asked, approximately how big are you making the bows?
Great question.
The loops.
The loops on this are about 10 inches wide. About 10 to 12 inches across. Maybe a little bit less. It really just depends on each loop. Some are longer, some are shorter. And that is a lot of loops. So let's work in 1 or 2 more. But these rolls, I think we only have a few rolls left. These are flying, the velvet. And I think I've already used 2,000 yards of velvet this year. And this is actually the exact ribbon that we used for your fresh centerpieces. So for those of you that ordered fresh centerpieces from us, this is the ribbon. cut it off. We'll place it back in. And we still have more yards of it left.
Karen asked why you were using the pipe cleaner instead of the wire.
Yes, so I'm using the pipe cleaner because you're going to be able to pull it a lot tighter. And it's easier to poke into the tree. If you want to use your Bowdabra wire, you can. I'd probably double up just to make sure. I mean, can you guys see how much ribbon we got on this thing? And then you're just going to compress it. This is when you're going to add the force. Pull it really, really tight. And twist it around. Like that. So there's your tree topper. Does that look ugly? Yes, it does. So now it's time to fluff. Almost 300 viewers. Thank you, guys. So to fluff your tree topper, and if you were to add tails to this, you would have added the tails in the beginning. But it just depends. You know, you can add as many or as few tails as you would like. I do suggest at least 3, if not 4, for a tree topper, especially of this size. And another, variable. If you're placing your tree, like all of the trees in my house, all of them are, one-sided. You only see one side to half, the other side. You never see all the way around my trees because we just don't have the space to be able to see all around them. But if your tree is something that you see 360, you're going to want to double up on these bows. Place one on the back and one on the front. And if you don't see the back of your trees, you don't need to decorate them at all because nobody sees it.
Joe says, my Hobby Lobby has been sold out of the red velvet for a month. I couldn't find any fill in order.
Well, Joe, we got red velvet. And thank you, Joe, for watching us whenever we're live. We appreciate that. All right, so look, the loops are all different sizes, and I don't care. I think it looks better that way than having that perfect bow. Even though you still overall get that illusion that it's perfect, at the same time, you kind of have a little irregularity. Christina, irregularity. What do you think? You guys like that? Yes, Karen, so we answered that comment. Winner is Jeannie Myers. So congratulations, Jeannie. You just won yourself a free roll of ribbon.
Congratulations.
Let's all congratulate Jeannie. Each Monday, Bowdabra does give away a free roll of ribbon. Over the last couple of weeks, they chose a few winners for fancier ribbon, but I'm not sure if they went back to scrunchy ribbon. But either way, you get a free roll of ribbon that you can do projects with. Turn out pretty?
Beautiful. Lynn says beautiful. Karen says pretty.
Thank you, guys. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make a couple of bows. I'm going to teach you guys how to make them. Again, you can add your super long tails if you want. You could also place this on a present, right? A very big present. Or like Alex, if you get a car for Christmas, surprise. No, I'm kidding.
I wish.
If, you get a car or whatever. They charge a lot of money for those kinds of bows. Companies sell them out there. And why spend crazy money when you can make your own? And if this was 2.5-inch ribbon, you can actually extend it even further. So let's come back in with this. Very elegant, just ordered a bow maker. Awesome, Carol. We'll cut a length of wire. Place it inside. There we go. Lock our Bowdabra back in place. Now I'm going to show you guys the bows for our centerpieces. So the reason I'm making these is because on my page we're actually doing a giveaway where we're giving away a few fresh centerpiece kits, and I got to make the bows for them. So we got to make a couple of these. So red velvet, you guys, is everybody's favorite ribbon at Christmas time. There's just nothing quite like it. Right, Alex? There's nothing quite like it. It just has a certain elegance to it that you can't get with any other ribbon. So we're going to take our tails. We cut them about 12 inches long or so. We're going to place them in the Bowdabra. I really love the way you teach. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that.
Kim says gorgeous.
And for these bows, we did 7 loops. So one loop about 2.5, 3 inches. Our second loop about 2.5 or 3 inches. And just continue doing that. So, lots of you guys say, how do you know when to stop? And, 3 loops on either side is a good starting point. If you want a less full bow, you can go up from there. But you don't have to have 3 loops on one side and 3 on the other. You can do what we're doing here, which is the prime example. 3 on one, 4 on the other. And this is not going to be a button loop bow, but you could easily make it into a button loop. We'll take that, work it here. Tie it off. Right? And And then we're just gonna pull that wire again simultaneously. There we go. Tie it from behind.
Kim asked, what size of loops do you recommend using for a tree topper for a 9-foot Christmas tree?
That exact bow that we just made. Great question, Kim. So 10 to 12 inches on either side. If it's a slim tree, you're gonna wanna do a little bit more than that. No, a little bit less than that, never mind. A little bit less than that. That way it's not so big. You don't want the bow to be the highlight of the tree. You want it to accent the tree. I'm very conservative when it comes to the top of the trees. I don't like huge tree toppers. So I tend to make them on the smaller side. All right, how pretty is that? So again, you guys, these, you see them for sale everywhere. And that's why I really want to stress how fast you can make these bows. So take the tail. You can have them pre-cut. That's what I do. I do an assembly line type of situation. Take your tail, cut a length of wire, and you can make a bunch of these. And if you're in business to sell, you can sell, a bunch of red velvet bows. Everybody wants them for literally everywhere. Lampposts, mailboxes, you name it. Take your ribbon, place it inside. And if you don't sell your designs and you're just a crafter that just wants to make bows, give them away to friends and family. They would love to have a red velvet bow. There's nothing like it. There's 2 loops. So just again, to show you how fast you can put these together to get a beautiful full bow. And the more you practice with it, the better off you are. And the better off the bows turn out. So if you don't get it right off the get-go, I know some of you guys are worried that you're not going to be able to make them. And if that's the case, that's totally fine. Give it some time and you'll be able to make them. I promise you, no doubt in my mind, you won't be able to make them. Take the wire, pull it through, and look at that.
Sherry says, amazing bows.
Thank you, Sherry. Doesn't have to be complicated. The more complicated you make it, the more complicated it is. Again, take your wires. For those of you that need fluffing help, because fluffing is just as important as making the bow, just pull those loops apart, get any creases and kinks out, pull those tails down, and look at that. Right? Very, very pretty. Let's catch up on comments. What size of loops? Amazing bows. I really love the way you teach. Thank you again, Karen. I appreciate that. Kim says, gorgeous. Thank you, Kim. So let's show off the bows that we've made. We've made 2 of these red velvet bows. And like I said, these are definitely a specialty that everybody wants. Then we did a 5-loop bow to use up the leftover ribbon. So this ribbon we created a wreath from, we created this bow from, and the wreath bow, remember how big that bow was? So 10-yard spools. Then we made this using the 2 or 3 feet that we had left over. And I really love this. I think this is so cute. I don't know, maybe, could this be a hair bow?
Yeah.
Yeah? Would you wear it? Alex doesn't wear bows, but probably because she sees ribbon all day, every day. But you could also turn these into poinsettias. You can find an older video that we've done on Bowdabra showing you guys how to do that. And if you want to see it, hands up, we can do it next week. I'll find some green ribbon. We'll do 3 in the back that are green, and then a few petals in the front that are white and red. I think a white poinsettia would be nice as well. Then we also created a funky bow using this really glittery ribbon. Actually, it's not glitter. If you look up close, it's kind of tinsel, right? It's tinsely. And our showstopper of the night is going to be our tree topper. And like I said, you can add your tails in the beginning, or what you can do too is you can take those tails and work them in afterwards. So once you fluff it out, when it's on the tree, that's when you get the best effect. And it's easiest to fluff because it's such a big bow. So to recap, this would be a good 9-foot tree bow. If you're doing a 12-foot tree, I'd recommend 2.5-inch ribbon, and then you can extend it a little bit further than that. If you're doing a 6-foot tree, maybe do 6 to 8-inch loops. That way it's like this much smaller. If you're doing a slim tree, like a 9-foot slim tree, do the same size, a couple inches shorter. That way it's not so long. So thank you all so much for joining me tonight. We are live each and every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern here on Bowdabra. I'm Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor. Bowdabra gives away a free roll of ribbon each and every week. Thank you, Sandy, and thank you, Terry, for having me as a guest tonight. And I'll see you all then. Bye, everyone.
Good night, everyone.